me just see it?
No, it's not finished. Hey? Okay. What do you think? Beautiful, isn't it? My best work yet.
It's good, but it kind of looks like you're assuming a lot about the students. Do they all like doing it this way? Or could you maybe...
I don't know. I don't have time to worry about that. We have a test coming up. Don't worry. It'll be fine. Trust me. Theory, Neapolitan sixth chord, usage of
Miss Corson.
Miss Marcinkowski.
Why is this relevant?
Because it will be on your test on Monday, which is the proper usage of the Neapolitan sixth chord in music. And it is very important to your everyday life.
This is so stupid. I am never going to use this after I leave this class.
How unsuccessful that was? It wasn't necessarily because the lesson itself was bad, but because the teacher hadn't taken any time to know anything about her students. They didn't feel engaged with her. According to John Dewey, it is the teacher's job to use her knowledge of the students' minds to build an environment that draws students to activities that will lead to educative experiences. You cannot build a good foundation for learning if you have no idea who you're teaching.
It's very important for teachers to make sure that the problems they pose in the classroom are somehow relevant and meaningful to the students' lives, instead of just being content they make up to teach a concept. And are the problems being posed fairly familiar, sufficiently challenging, and appropriately confusing? If these criteria are not met, this might happen.
Oh my God! Really? What can we help?
Or maybe they do learn the material, but as soon as the test is over...
You know, I think I probably passed. I hope it's not on the final, though. I'm never going to think about it again.
Clearly, she hasn't seen the value of whatever information has been learned. Or maybe not learned. Teachers need to be creative and flexible when showing students what information is useful.
God, I was so distracted, though. I just couldn't stop thinking about that road trip we're supposed to be taking this weekend. So excited.
Student and environment interactions are crucial. The student's educational environment is comprised of whatever enters his or her mind in the classroom, even if it is in another place.
While a teacher can do nothing about this in a test situation, making sure they know how to keep the students' minds engaged and including something about their lives can do a lot to make sure that they don't get too distracted while in class. Let's try that lesson again.
Could be, who knows? There's something due any day. I will know right away, soon as it shows.
Hey.
Hey. So what's this?
This is a blueprint of my class, and it's kind of showing how they must fit together to create that cohesive environment we were talking about.
But why must they fit together?
Because if you don't have a cohesive classroom, you're not going to get anything done, and no real learning's going to take place.
I'm just saying, must is a strong word. We can't force people together. We should try and put them together based on the shared interest and experience, so that initially they're with people that they can relate to. Then we can let them mingle amongst each other to create a healthy, transformative environment. Do we have to work together? We have nothing in common.
Yeah, well, it's good for you to learn to work with opposites, because you won't be liking everyone you work with in life. So give it a try. Maybe you can make something really cool together. But if it really doesn't work out, come talk to me. Give it a try.
Fine.
Go check on see what they're doing over there.
Okay, so how about this? How about we write a song about love?
Okay. Or what about a song about heartbreak?
I guess we can do that. I just had a really, really good idea for a love song.
I'm sure, but I have a really good idea about a sad song.
Oh, okay, but let's get real, because I'm the one writing this melody, and I really want it to be happy, so I think...
But I want a sad song in G minor.
I don't care about the sad song, okay?
Stop!
Whoa. Teacher 101, you can't touch the student like that. I mean, you gotta realize, not every classroom session is gonna be peachy-peachy. You're gonna have distractions like that. I mean, you have to find a way to mediate this whole process, that you bridge the gap between the experience and the student. So what are you gonna do to meet them halfway? I have a really good idea about a love song.
Okay, but let's get real, because I'm writing the melody for this piece.
Guys,
Yeah?
calm down. Meet each other in the middle. Problem solve.
Okay. So, I don't know, what if we start out with a sad song and then we kind of have this turning point and a pivot chord that leads to major, and it's about finding yourself again and then finding true love.
Never thought about it like that. Let's try it out.
Okay.
The second scenario we saw, where students were working on the project together, it allowed for individuality while ensuring they still knew what the subject matter was.
By taking a step back, this empowers the students to take control of their environment and build their individual characters, because a student is also a builder.
Hey Heather, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to figure out this lesson plan. I was thinking we could start with a group discussion about why we need to learn this, because I know it's important to these people, like these right there. And then like maybe a short lecture for some basic information for the people who really want the basic information over there. And then maybe some small group projects amongst every single group. And then they can come up with their own ways of thinking about the information and processing. So maybe these people can write a short song about it, because I know music is important to them, and maybe these guys can do a skit. Just throwing some ideas out there.
That sounds great, you're right. And from there, we can build a curriculum based on taking students' prior experience into account. Like Dewey says, a teacher's composing educated experiences is inseparable from her involvement as a builder of curricula, and that it's essentially a curriculum for each individual student.
Right, and that way we honor all of their worlds by bringing in experience from the past, the present, and allowing the students to get a maximum human experience in the class instead of not just like one subject.
As teachers, we should take into account exactly how important a student's interaction with the environment is. According to Dewey, it's essential. While the teacher is an essential component to the building process, we must not neglect the abilities of the student as a builder. Teachers use their knowledge of students' minds to create an environment filled with artistry and educative experiences, thus helping her students to build strong, independent characters. Student and environment interactions are crucial. In social situations, students interact with one another. Such interactions are not always healthy and should be initially guided by others.
Students enter and re-enter the cycle of environmental interaction at different times. Students travel through the continuous cycle of environmental interaction by starting at any given point, likely an activity, then overcoming obstacles, tension, disequilibrium, problem-solving, adaptation, harmony, equilibrium, and then back to activity. Students' educational environment is not merely that which is in her visual and auditory fields, namely the classroom and school. In other words, whatever the student thinks of while in school becomes a part of his or her environment.
There is no mistake more common in schools than ignoring the self-propelling power of an idea. Once it is aroused, an alert mind fairly races along with it. Of itself, it carries the students to new fields. It branches out into new ideas as a plant sends forth new shoots. The obstacles students encounter in schools should be carefully selected to ensure that they are part of the student's world rather than just being artificially created by the teacher.
Thanks for coming to see our show.
Sad to tell you, we got to go.
Grab your hat und head for the door.
In case you didn't notice, there ain't any more.